Good morning, Nico's in here. As you can see, I managed to get to the top of the hill from the last conversation where I was getting a bit breathless. The sun is out. I had to take my jacket off because it's a lovely November sort of day, really, as you can imagine. It's pretty spectacular. Anyway, look, we touched on Web 3.0, which is not a new internet. It's not a reinvention of the internet. There's a lot of confusion in there, and if the existing infrastructure, which is owned by licensees, the telcos, remains in place, then it'll never be a free and open internet. The other interesting point, or the other issue with the World Wide Web, the internet, whatever you want to call it, is that as a society, as a commercial society, we use the internet and we freely move data from point one to point B, and we do this willy-nilly. And the thing that we have around our data is there's no value with the data we send. I mean, you can encrypt it. The data could be a contract, it could be a sales order, it could be something of value, but it's encrypted to a point, but the majority of the time it's not. And in computer science we have this thing called copy, edit, paste. And this is, if you think about some of the arguments I've had around the NFT space, that you may buy a digital asset of some kind or a digital interpretation of something, but the person next to you can copy, edit, paste that JPEG. And even if you have the origination or some material that says, yes, I own this, which you can't do on a blockchain, by the way, and you can't tokenize it, which you need to see my other videos on that. But assuming that you're convinced by that, then I could build a portfolio of NFTs by copy, edit, paste, and yes, I could do a screenshot, it's date and time stamped, and what have you. But ultimately, things can be copied, edited, pasted. The internet is a surveillance network of known endpoints. You have to register, you have to provide information, and whilst a lot of those endpoints are anonymous, so we don't know who's at the end of those, it could be a server, a person, a random network address, or what have you, but ultimately that's the way it works. And for us to create a new internet which delivers something different, then you have to start again. At the end of the day, it's a simple thing, isn't it? We all, as individuals, we're born into this world with a unique identity, and any functioning internet has to represent and respect the identity we're born with, and that identity has to be linked both in biometric terms but also in other terms to validate who you are. And then everything that you create, you own, your property, is entirely linked to that identity. And I think if that happens and no one is controlling the network, so they can change things behind the scenes, then I think we have a fair shout at creating the next World Wide Web or Web 3.0 or what have you. Or Web 2.0, maybe Web 2.0 is the new internet and 3.0 is the metaverse, which we'll talk about next. So, bye for now.